Ah,
Yeah, man. That's what I
that's
was
hot
saying,
shit
man.
right there,
You know what I'm saying?
man.
So what we gonna do? We gonna dub that? I
Yeah,
mean,
man, let's do it, dog. Let's get it
Your
done.
buttons and they get you emotionally charged. Meanwhile, they slide out the back door with the bag. Fathers are so underrated. They spend their whole lives fulfilling our needs, working tirelessly. Blah, blah. Why can't I read tonight? Fathers are so underrated. They spend their whole lives fulfilling our needs, working tirelessly while spending barely anything on their own selves. They're so consumed by the thought of financial stability for their families that they barely get the time to communicate. Like this shit can make me cry. They're so consumed by the thought of financial stability for their families that they barely get the time to communicate. And you just miss life. You just miss life. I try to tell myself to slow down all the time and like just hang out and like listen to my daughter about whatever little random stuff that she wants to talk about. You know, maybe I'm not all that interested in it, but I think about how like there's going to be a time where she's not going to care to share her little situations or thoughts with me. You know, she's going to be moved on or whatever. She just don't have the time to do it, or she's just not motivated to do it or whatever. That's going to come. So when she is doing it, then I just kind of try to be in the moment and enjoy it and take it in for what it is. You know, time is fleeting, it goes by fast. We don't know how long we're going to be here. You know, we don't know when we're taking our last breath. You know, but what really is messing with me with this post is the idea of kind of throwing your life away. You know, you spend your whole life just making sure that others around you are good. You know, you love them, that's why you do it. But it's like when you're not rich, you have to spend all of your time, like the majority of your time, doing that because you gotta go make money, you know, some way, shape, or form. Like people don't care how much the light bill was. It's just that they could turn that light switch when it's necessary. They could turn on the TV or they could charge their phone when they want to. Nobody cares how much the rent was or how many fees they had on top of that shit and the trash fee and the water added to it and whatever. It's just as long as they can put their key in the door and walk in and go lay down in bed or whatever, you know. Nobody cares, you know, like how much you made last week or last month or whatever. I just need those shoes or I need that outfit for my sports that I play or whatever, you know. And disappointed. You're disappointed when you can't do those things sometimes, you know, when it's they need a lunch, you know, or they need whatever it is. And you want to be able to give that to them whenever those times come up because you're gonna feel less than a man, you're gonna feel less than a parent, you're gonna feel less, you know, um not useful, you know. So but like I say, it's the idea of totally throwing your life away too, like, you know, spending all day at work. That's the reason why, and like sometimes I work from morning to night and I can't just come home and go to sleep because if I do, well, I have to wind down. But besides that, if I do, then I'm gonna feel really depressed and sad. It's like my whole day just went to work and that's it. Like, what about things that I want to do that fulfill me, you know, other than work? Like, I go to work because I have to pay bills. There's a certain amount of satisfaction that comes along with it, but there's other things that I would like to be doing with my time other than just working all the time. And it's like you only get so much time in your life, and then you spend it all at work. And then I think I think a lot of times people don't even really appreciate it. What you're really giving away, like you're literally giving away your life. First post says, "What clown emojis and moms? When will you give respect to them?" Okay, we're not talking about moms here. Yes, moms are a thing. and they should be respected. But so should fathers. So why do people come on posts like this and make comments like that when there's a post about cherishing moms? Do you go on that post and say, what about the fathers? Fathers can't get their flowers? They don't deserve it? Man, it's a lot of hate. The name of the show today is Keep Your Light, but in the common thread through all of the stuff I've covered seems like is hate. It's a lot of hate to go around. Hate, 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 hate. I hate you and I hate you only, and I hope all bad things happen to you and only you. Hate, hate, hate. Man, I don't know. That comment right there really just kind of stuck me a little bit, because this is what happens all the time. When it's Mother's Day, happy Mother's Day. When it's Father's Day, what about the moms? That fathers ain't nothing. They ain't nothing. Men ain't nothing. They ain't shit. Damn. There's no good fathers in your life. Where's your father? Did he not be there for you? Didn't give you hugs or something? It was probably your mom who separated y'all two. But you mad at him. And you coming on, you got psychological damage because you coming on father posts talking about moms. You got psychologically damaged. You need to heal. You need some therapy. And you need a hug. This next comment, it says, I think I got the wrong model because mine just gave me trauma. Another one, it says, per usual, people hijack a post and turn it into something else. Can y'all just appreciate and applaud the dads that this does apply to? Sort of proves the ops point. Yep, it sure does. It says, incoming women to justify what they do. We know you do so damn much, and we appreciate it more than you'll ever know. But this one ain't about you. Another one that says, and think about mothers who does everything that a father does, even earn and do household chores without forgetting to love and nurture and communicate. Okay, what about fathers who do that? My daughter's mom passed away when she was 2. They used to call me Mr. Mom when she was younger. So yeah, you got dads that provide and nurture and communicate and do household chores, wash clothes, fold clothes, make beds. Yes, I do all of that. Yes, I do. Because if I don't do it, it don't get done. There's nobody else here to do it. I come home from work and do that shit. It says, I just appreciate your dad. It says, just appreciate your dad and move on. I think this post is about dad and not a debate about which parent is better. Another one, it says, just providing money does not make good fathers. What is wrong with, these are all women who are making these comments too. You can see in their profile pics. Y'all have been hurt. And all the comments about, it's just dad post, it's all men. See, this is the chick that just said the last one I read. Probably doing chores. And then this is the one, appreciate your dad and just move on. It says, just providing money does not make good fathers. That's a female. At least it looks like it in that picture. Hard to tell these days. It says, that father once was at his 20s and he chose to have unprotected sex with any. Ugh. I can't read today. That father once was at his 20s and he chose have unprotected sex without any provision for kids. That's why he has to suffer the whole life. Please do not romanticize the struggle. The father struggles because of his own stupid choices. And I struggle to read that because you can't freaking organize sentences very or spell. Okay, the father was once in his 20s and he had unprotected sex. Okay. The mother had to be there too in her 20s, and she also had to have unprotected sex. That's the only way the baby was born. It wasn't just the father involved. It takes two. It takes a sperm and an egg. Okay, without one or the other, it doesn't work out. Okay, so like the father did his part, the mother did her part too. They worked together on making that baby. Okay. He says without any provisions, that's why he has to suffer his whole life. So the father should have to suffer, not the mother though, right? The mother's good. She's good. She chose to have unprotected sex too, but she don't get to suffer her whole life. She's not supposed to suffer. It says, please do not romanticize the struggles. The father struggles because of his own actions. Okay, I can go with that last part. I can accept that, you know, but it's not really like you have a baby. You could choose not to take care of the child, right? Would at that point would you be in the struggle, or do you mean it's a struggle because the father can't see his child and he's getting his child freaking kept from him and he has a hole in his heart as a result? Which struggle are we talking about here? Please do not romanticize the struggles. Like anybody who has a kid, and it doesn't even matter what your tax bracket is, there's going to be a struggle related to caring for a kid, bro. All parents are struggling with caring for their children. Like all of them are. Everyone. It doesn't have anything to do with sexual fucking denomination or tax bracket or racial background. Like you freaking, it's a struggle to take care. If you don't have any kids, then I guess you understand. I mean, I guess I understand that you don't understand that it's a struggle for all people who's taking care of children because money doesn't help necessarily with that. Now you could pay for somebody to take care of the kid or whatever, but then that's not you taking care of the kid actually. You know what I mean? Any amount of time that you spend interacting with the child is a struggle, okay? It's not fucking rainbows and butterflies, bro. It's like the most complex thing you've ever had to do in your life. Like, and there's no book or manual that works for your specific child because your child is an individual and is different from all the rest of them. Can't nobody tell you. A real parent knows their kid and they know freaking their little intricate things. Like they probably know what they're going to say before they say it. They know what they like to eat. They know what they like to do with their time. The door is closed and the kid's in the room and you know what they're fucking doing in there. That is if you're a parent and you're going through the struggle. If you give the struggle away, then you don't know those things. This one, it says, am I the only one that thinks this is dumb? Your children will prefer a healthier relationship with you rather than a lavish lifestyle. Unless, of course, you're a blunt and provide both simultaneously. I don't know what the space is there. But I think this person is kind of missing it. It's like you have to go to work. Unless you're rich, you have to go to work to pay the bills. And that's what we're talking about here. We're just talking about, we're not talking about a lavish lifestyle, because if I could provide a lavish lifestyle to my children, I would, but I can't. But I still have to work all the time. They're not getting a lavish lifestyle. Not at all. None of us over here are living lavishly, okay? You know, but the lights is on, the phone is on, the rent is paid, there's food in the refrigerator. It says nowadays both are working. That means mom does extra work. True that. So does dad. Another one says one post for the dads. Women are rated everywhere all the time. Stay out of this one for a change. It says and that post up here, the one that just had me triggered, was a dude. I'm doxing people tonight. Let's move on because I'm too emotional on this.
An educated and united public cannot be controlled. Get organized.
Learn to be active.